Imperative versus declarative development techniques. To understand more about them and about differences between them, let's talk about real-time example. For example, you want to travel from your city to another city. So if you will think with imperative way, what you will do, you will open Google Map. That's first step. Second step, you will determine the destination of the other city. Then you will go to your car and start drive it until you reach the destination. So you will make a procedure which will contain all details how we will reach the other city from Google Map, from determine destination until driving, until everything, until reaches your destination. But if you will think in declarative way, you will open Uber application and will choose only destination and everything will be done. So in the second way of the declarative development, there is no complexity. It is very simple, very easy. Focus on the results that we like the example. We want to reach our destination at the other city, but as per our example, imperative development will focus on how to achieve our goal. We'll focus about the technique, the steps, step by step. It have more control, but in the same time have more complexity. Safe. Variables are the key driver for imperative logic in Power Apps. Usually, you use it when you want to temporarily store information to reference file the application running. There are three main types for the variables: global and context and collection. Global is the most traditional one. Uh, you can use it while the life cycle of the application, and you use fit function to create and fit values for the variable. Context variable only available on the screen where you create and where you work in it. The function used for it is update context. You can use the update context to define the variable and fit its value. Collection is the third type. It is a special type of variable. It will be used to store a table of data. The main function to use it is collect for define and for fit value inside it, and clear collect to clear the values inside it. When you choose which type of variable you will use, you have to define where you will use it and what is the structure of data. If the structure of data is table, so you have to use collection. And where, if it will be globally from screen to screen, you have to use global variable. If it will be used at one screen only, you have to use context variable. But what you will do in doubt? In doubt, you have to go to the global variable because it is the most traditional one and the most suitable for most of cases. A global variable is the most used variables because of its flexibility. After you define a variable, you can use it in screen of your application. You can reference it throughout your application at any part of it. Why we using this global variable? Because running complex formulas many time cost at application at the network traffic and the processing level. So to reduce that application and its cost, we use the global variable. You can run a complex tool once and then store its result at a variable and use the variable at any part of your application at any string. And the better approach for the global variable is to define it and the onStart property of the application. That will allow you to use it at any screen of the application. Context variable is similar to the global variable, except they can only be referenced on the screen where you define them. Although it is similar to the global variable, but there is some unique behaviors like the update context function, which is the main function of the context variable, can be used to define more than one variable. You can define 3, 4, 5, any number of variables to be used only at the current state. Collection variables. Collection variables are useful when you need to temporarily store structured data for use within your application. The main feature is to increase the performance of application. Collection used to temporarily save large data like tables, like many tables from data source. So we can make this complex operation once and then use the data inside it without make any duplication of calls for the data source and the network and the processor and others. There is many limitations and considerations should be taken while using the collection variables. First thing, it is not a delegable function, which means its maximum record is 500 as max. And collections aren't linked to the data source after creating them, which means after creating the collection, and then making any update at the collection, it will not reflect on the data source anymore. It is temporary. The third point, it is temporary, which means when you close the application, the content of the variable will be removed automatically. There is main three concepts should be considered while you use variable. The variable can be self-reference, which means we can make a counter or something else. Second point, that at the variable we can store a single record. We can store the object, one object like user object of data of Active Directory. Not only information of his name, his age, only, no, we can make a storage for a field. Third point, there is no update, no auto update for the data source. After creating the variable, any relation to data source has been disconnected. And the variable itself can be updated without initiate an update functionality for it.